Broadcasts of HIKI No are made possible by the support of viewers like you. Mahalo. And by Bank of Hawaii Foundation, investing in Hawaii's future by promoting collaboration, critical thinking, and other 21st century skills through HIKI No.
Next on HIKI No, stories from across our island chain.
When I'm home, we always try and have family dinner around the table. I think that's wonderful. And then you talk about the day.
A Kauai firefighter learns the importance of balancing his family life with his demanding career.
Plus, a media student becomes a media teacher, a role that gives purpose to his life.
We'll learn how to make a low-tech device that demonstrates the basic theory behind animation.
We'll take you to the World Conservation Congress, recently held in Honolulu.
We'll skate through the hard-hitting, elbow-jabbing world of women's roller derby.
And we'll meet a young woman who is dedicating her life to the care and riding of horses.
All on this episode of the nation's first statewide student news network, HIKI No.
Can do.
I'm here in front of the bus lanes at Kapa Middle School, located right above Kapa Town on the Garden Island's east side. Throughout the show, you will find out the different ways that the schools in this episode manage the logistics of parents picking up their children at the end of the day. The front parking lot at Kapa Middle School can become a little hectic with end-of-the-day traffic. Once school is over, students either take the school bus, the Kauai bus, walk down the hill, or get picked up. But only a small percentage of our students actually get picked up by their parents' cars. The majority of our students take the school bus to get home and get dropped off anywhere between Wailua and Hanalei, which are about 30 miles apart. Our story, produced by HIKI No students at Kapa Middle School, centers on the captain of Hanalei's fire station and his dedication to both work and family.
Firefighters risk their lives to protect their community, and their families often make sacrifices to support them. Captain Dustin Alfiler of the Hanalei Fire Station is one of them.
So I'm away from home at least 1/3 of the year. So I live at the fire station. I have a family there with my brothers that I work with. Anytime we fight a fire, go in some place that's not ordinary, we put ourselves at risk, and it's a risk versus reward for us. We try our best not to put ourselves at total risk, but by the nature of the job, puts you at risk.
Long and potentially dangerous hours at work can make Captain Alfiler's life at home seem even more purposeful. When he's not on duty, he spends as much time as he can with his wife and 5 children, relaxing at the beach, crabbing, or grilling.
When I'm home, we always try and have family dinner around the table. I think that's wonderful. And then you talk about the day and see how their day went. So I like that. My wife and I, we balance it well. We try and talk to each and every one of them every day and make sure that everyone knows that they are special in our lives, and we'd like to hope that they think we are special in theirs too.
He provides his kids with guidance and teaches them to be strong, even when he's not there to help.
Self-sufficiency. Be able to figure out things on your own. Nobody's going to be around all the time to help you figure out some of the harder things in life. You're going to have to do a little deductive reasoning.
He teaches me to be independent by making me do things on my own. Like, I have to figure it out.
His passion to protect others starts first and foremost with his children. While he can't completely shield them from the harsh realities of his job, he tries to keep his home life as separate as possible.
I try not to involve my family in too much of the things that go on at the firehouse. I don't feel that my children are ready for that type of environment.
Sometimes I'm scared when he goes to work, and I don't know what's going to happen to him. I'm scared of losing him when he's on a call.
Juggling his duties as a fire captain with his responsibilities as a father is far from easy. But Captain Alfiler is committed because he believes both jobs are vital.
It's always been in my bloodline. My dad was a firefighter, so I watched what he did for a living. He really encouraged me to give others before yourself, and that's what I kind of do.
My dad's job impacts the community because it's a really hard job that you're risking your life for. People look up to him because of it. He's such a strong role model for other people and for me as well.
Captain Alfiler's family sees him as both a hero in the community and, more importantly, a loving parent who is always the first to respond to their needs. This is Julian Castro from Kapa Middle School for HIKI No.
HIKI No is now on Instagram. For show updates and a peek behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram at HIKI No Can Do.
Aloha and welcome to Waianae Intermediate School, located in Waianae on the island of Oahu. With a little over 900 students on our campus, after-school traffic could be stressful. Fortunately, our school has a system in place to alleviate the traffic congestion. Parents who wish to pick up their children are allowed to park in the staff parking lot in front of the office. The circle area near our cafeteria is reserved for the school buses. By having 2 drive-through areas on campus, traffic runs smoothly for everyone. The following story by the HIKI No students at Waianae Intermediate School is about a former Waianae Intermediate and Waianae High School alumnus who has come full circle to become a media instructor.
That's not the lyrics to the song.
I got started in media in 8th grade, joining Mrs. Higuchi's media class. For some reason, I was put in the class in the first place. I didn't know why.
Although Timothy Bradley felt uncertain about his placement in this class, one award was all it took to encourage him to continue his journey.
I made a funny, not so serious video, and it won an award. And that just kind of started me on my path. When I won that award, I was kind of embarrassed, but surprised at the same time.
I remember Tim being really shy back then. I wasn't sure if he enjoyed being in my class or not, so I was really surprised to see him continue taking media at Waianae High School Sea Rider Productions.
In high school, I had the opportunity to teach other kids media, other elementary school kids, other high school kids, about media, how to take the basic shots, and all of that stuff. And from high school, that's when I found out that I really wanted to just teach other kids. Second S. After I graduated from high school, from the Sea Rider Productions program, I was able to have an opportunity to join Macaw Studios. So I was getting an education while I was still doing what I wanted to do, which was media.
When the Waianae Boys and Girls Club began looking for a media teacher, I thought of Tim. I had no hesitation in recommending Tim for the job.
I was really, really excited because I wanted to really share my skill set and what I had with the kids that were interested in it here at the Boys and Girls Club.
Bradley hopes the work students create in his program will not only impact their own future, but the future of the community.
The thing about the Boys and Girls Club, like, we're trying to inspire these kids to continue on and just stick on kind of a good path in life. Running a media program and being the person in charge of it is pretty hard. It's pretty fun. These kids are able to express themselves, are able to start themselves on their path to their future. Whatever they want to be, this media camp is something that'll help them with maybe planning out their future or even having them start setting their goals for the future. And using all these technical skills that they learned, they could take it home, show their parents, they could take it back into the community and really showcase what Waianae can do.
This is John Muleagetele from Waianae Intermediate School for HIKI No.
Up next, students from Kalani High School will show you how to turn paper, string, and crayon into a device that will make you think your eyes are playing tricks on you.
Have you ever wondered how your favorite animated movies come to life? Animators need to create about 24 to 30 still pictures to make 1 second of moving film. Luckily, we have the help of computers to draw images. Before that, artists had to draw them by hand. In the early 1800s, Dr. John Paris, a French physicist, created the thaumatrope using optical illusions to develop modern animation. The word thaumatrope has a Greek origin, combining thauma, meaning wonder, and tropes, meaning turning. The thaumatrope works by using multiple images that blend into a single picture. This illusion is called persistence of vision and is used for motion perception in most animated films. These are the supplies you'll need to make your very own thaumatrope. You can get creative and draw two separate pictures that will merge into one. For the thaumatrope to work properly, be sure that your drawings are opposing each other, so when you flip the circle, the images collaborate. Attach and twirl the strings to see the whole picture in action, and enjoy your very own homemade animation. This is Maya Keawe-Costa from Kalani High School for HIKI No.
From a very rudimentary form of animation, we take you to the high-tech world of animated video games with a story from the HIKI No archived by students at Kamehameha School's Kapalama.
Well, I knew nothing about video games when I got into this. I mean, I'm a mom with a daughter who's in college, right? And I remember playing Pac-Man. That's how long ago I played video games.
As the head of the Cook Inlet Tribal Council in Alaska, Gloria O'Neill was tasked with generating income to support their mission of improving the lives of Alaska Natives. She recently visited Kamehameha schools to share with students her experience of taking the unlikely leap into the billion-dollar industry of video gaming.
And then the idea came to us, why not use the power of who we are, our stories, our culture, and marrying that with the technology of video games. What we really wanted to do is make sure that we created a game where we could share and extend our culture with the world, and it was authentic and it was genuine. And the only way to do that was we had Inupiaq writers, storytellers, elders, young people, linguists, all involved with the development process. And so we wanted to create an experience where if an Alaska Native person picked up and controllers to start playing the game, that he or she could see themselves in the game and to be proud of it. So there was a huge responsibility, and it was something that our elders asked us to do and do well. And as you all know, when elders ask you to do something, you better do it right, right?
After about 2 years of development, Never Alone was released in November of 2014. The game is in Inupiaq, one of the Alaska Native languages. It follows Nuna, a little girl and her fox companion, as they seek to stop an eternal blizzard.
In the gamer's point of view, you have different mechanics as well, as far as the jumping, as far as the solving of the platformer, going from each space to the next, and trying to figure out how to get through it. It adds that piece to the puzzle when it comes to combining the gameplay and the story, and it's a very nice balance.
I'm here in Hawaii and my family's in Alaska. I didn't know anything about the culture, and now that there's a video game that I can have and play here, that's really going to help me connect with them and learn a little bit more.
Where we're bringing together people of communities to share their cultures through using the power of video games, share their culture, extend their culture to the world, that they're involved and that their voice is a part of that process.
It really is inspiring to me as a Hawaiian to try and see if we can put our stories in that same way, to get our culture out to other people in not only just an educational way, but a fun way too. Video games are fun to play, and it would be great to tell the story of our people.
Perhaps in the near future, students in Hawaii will be inspired to not only play video games, but to create the first Hawaiian-based video game. I'm Amber Ibuka from Kamehameha School's Kapalama for HIKI No.
Welcome to Sacred Hearts Academy, located in Kaimuki on the island of Oahu. Once school's out, you'll find our Lancers waiting at designated pickup spots, eager to go home. The little ones look for their loved ones from either the student center or the front of the campus. Of course, they know their family's vehicle, but it's the nameplate card that the auto line attendant looks for before sending them on their way. As for the high schoolers, they get out a little later to prevent traffic from backing up onto Waialae Avenue. All the while, campus parking attendants monitor traffic and pedestrians, making sure that everyone gets home safely. The following feature by our Hikino reporters give us a look into the Iucn World Conservation Congress, which took place at the Hawai'i State Convention Center.
My parents always taught me the ololo no eao, he ali ka aina, he kaua ke kanaka. The land is a chief, man is its servant, so I've always seen my role as being here to take care of the earth and help it however I can.
In Hawaii, the notion of taking care of its natural resources from land to sea, or Mauka to Makai, is rooted deeply within its people. And just as it is on a global scale, this belief grows from the seedlings of knowledge planted in the minds of today's youth, something echoed at the 2016 Iucn World Conservation Congress.
We believe in the power of youth, that not only they have the physical capacity to transform and restore areas, but also just the heart and the brilliance to really create amazing ideas that can change our world.
We're going to be removing invasive species, and once we clear the area a little bit, we're going to be planting a few native species.
I've always felt that it was my kuleana as a Hawaiian to take care of the land. I hope that my generation of upcoming adults will really start to see that we have a duty, and it's an awesome duty, to take care of the world.
And everything. The Clean Air Act. U.S. Secretary of the Interior Sally Jewell worked alongside the youth participants during the stream restoration workshop for the Iucn Congress. She oversees national parks and other public lands, but her focus remains on future generations and encouraging them to become stewards of the land.
Part of my commitment to engaging youth in nature is to make sure that there is a place for nature in the lives of young people, and then give them an opportunity to learn in the best classroom there is, which is the one with no walls.
From removing invasive species and replanting native vegetation in lush Makiki Valley, the global community gathers here at the Hawai'i Convention Center to learn that their tools of conservation are not limited to shovels or gloves.
And if you want to grab people's attention, the best way to do that is to tell a story. So as far as like a good form of communication to like make that happen, digital storytelling, or the format that Hikino uses, which is along with just showing people what's going on, explain it, talk about what's going on, talk about the significance that it has with the community.
Subi Ono, an aspiring journalist, was part of the Listen to Young Voices panel that demonstrated how conservation can be conveyed in many forms, including music, film, and written and spoken word.
Your activist kayaks and canoes.
His video on sustainable opelu fishing told a story that inspired not only viewers, but also himself.
The way I hope for our generation to make an impact is to practice conservation fishing. Just take enough for you and your family to eat. Take enough for you to eat.
The workshop left many excited about conservation, including a group of junior rangers from Australia who give back to their homeland in various ways.
I'm involved in a turtle hospital, so we have tanks and with sick turtles that we find on the beach, or if there are other people in the community report them to us, we pick them up and we take care of them till they get better, then we release them again.
Ultimately, the call to become a next generation steward resonates throughout the world and gives many a purpose, but mostly hope.
My hope is that the experiences of the young people with the experiences of people that have been around a little bit longer and have been doing this work will be inspirational to both sides, and that young people will feel an opportunity to commit to making our planet better.
As the next generation of leaders, it is important that youth continue to make the world a healthier, better place, not only for themselves, but also for those who will come centuries later. This is Kalani on a vlog from Sacred Hearts Academy for Hikino.
Welcome to Waiakea High School, located in Hilo on Hawaii Island. Students here have the privilege of driving themselves to school. This luxury may seem like the fast lane to getting to and from extracurricular activities. Because our campus is directly across from the University of Hawaii Hilo campus, afternoon traffic can sometimes be gridlock. Yet our school's 10-minute rush hour is nothing compared to what other larger schools may face. Hikino students in our broadcast media class produced the following story about how a close-knit group of ladies spend a Friday night and roll into the weekend.
You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who can hit harder than the Paradise Roller Girls. They're an amateur roller derby team based in Hilo, Hawaii. Roller derby is a full-contact sport where players race around a track in order to score points. These ladies will roll through even the toughest of challenges. Like most sports teams, the Paradise Roller Girls are made up of a diverse cast of people.
People don't expect that roller derby girls would be teachers or professionals, or we've got lawyers, and we've got people who work for the county, and we've got people who do everything. There's all kinds of women that play roller derby. It doesn't matter your shape or your size or your age or your background or if you've ever played sports before. Especially our league. I haven't played with other leagues, but our league is very welcoming to people from every different style.
For Kelly Bolger, roller derby has affected her life in a way that she thinks is for the better.
In terms of my own mental state, I a lot of times will go to practice and just love the fact that I can spend 2 hours totally focusing on something that's not related to paying bills or doing laundry or any of the chauffeuring duties that sometimes fill up my days. And I just focus on what I'm doing and on the game and learning new things. And so it is kind of like a relief.
Like most things in life, family support is important.
I'll open up my bag and pull out my skates and find little love notes from my kids saying, PRG's the best, go Honey Badgers. They're definitely a big source of motivation for me.
To some people, roller derby is a life-changing experience.
I think that I've tried things because of roller derby that I never would have tried otherwise and surprised myself. I've been, braver and stronger than I realized that I was before.
Derby reached its height in popularity in the 70s. With renewed interest comes renewed backlash, such as the idea that the players are too girly or too violent for a full-contact sport.
People are sometimes intimidated because of those stereotypes that are associated with roller derby. The girls that I play with are amazing, and they're strong, and they're smart, and they're funny. We have a great time at practice and are super excited when new people feel ready to give it a shot.
This is Po'ina Levi from Waiakea High School for HIKI No.
Aloha and welcome to Moanalua High School, located in Salt Lake, City of Honolulu on the island of Oahu. With student drivers, waiting parents, and walking students, the trip off campus can easily become a journey. When the bell rings, students sprint to their cars to try to be the first one out. The chaos continues at a four-way stop just outside of the school with no crossing guards. HIKI No students in our media class produced the following story about senior Angelina Johnson and her passion for horseback riding.
Hi, Bandit. So I've always been in love with animals. When I was little, I had so many animals. Probably could count over 100 today. A range of fish and birds and lizards and ladybugs and rabbits, well, bunnies and rabbits, but guinea pigs, dogs. So I love animals. When I did find horseback riding, I fell in love with horses themselves.
Moanalua High School senior Angelina Johnson has always had a passion for horseback riding.
I love being around horses, just the energy and the kindness in their eyes, the way that they look at you, the way that they understand you. They are very kind souls, and I just want to work with them for the rest of my life. But I think horseback riding means so much to me now at this point because I've put so much into it. I've put hours and hours and a lot of sweat and tears into horseback riding.
Angelina's love for horses, however, comes with a hefty price. Being an equestrian can cost over $8,000 a year for lessons, horse essentials, equipment, and clothing. In order to do what Angelina loves, she needed to find a way to support herself.
In the beginning, it was I had to finance everything. So where I don't actually pay anything now.
At the moment, I'm not paying anything for riding, whereas I used to pay $300 to $400 a month, and before that, I used to pay $500 to $700 a month. The owner was kind enough to allow us to create a new lease agreement saying that in return for taking care of Star on the days where I ride, I wouldn't have to pay a lease every month.
I guess sift out the clean shavings and throw away the dirty stuff. So not too hard.
And then Sundays are my barn work days where I clean a lot of stalls, as many as I can, to make up for the lessons that I've been taking.
Actually, not too dirty.
You want to get the best equipment out there, and good quality doesn't come with a low price tag.
There are sacrifices for that, but I could never see pulling and financing because it's my child's absolute passion. And she's actually not a very nice person to hang around when she doesn't get to ride much. So it's her thing, and it's important to her and it's important to me.
No matter the sacrifices, Angelina plans to do whatever it takes to continue riding.
I have a plan in place, and I would take on a full load at Windward Community College, where I would do a veterinary technology program. Come on. Working as an equine vet would allow me to never work a day in my life and to just be happy with what I'm doing.
Horseback riding is beyond who she is. It's literally beyond being a part of her. It is her.
It is my sport. It is my passion. It is my hobby. It is my life and will always be my life. And every step I've taken, every day I've lived, I want to work hard and overcome any challenge because horses have given so much to me. I always want to be there for them too.
This is Erin Amaro from Moaloa High School for HIKI No.
Well, we've come to an end of this episode of HIKI No.
Remember, all these stories were written, shot, and edited by students like us.
We hope you've enjoyed watching them as much as we've enjoyed sharing them with you.
More proof that Hawaii students HIKI No.
Can do.
Broadcasts of HIKI No are made possible by the support of viewers like you. Mahalo. And by Bank of Hawaii Foundation, investing in Hawaii's future by promoting collaboration, critical thinking, and other 21st century skills through HIKI No.